Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to the witnesses for your testimony today. When we passed the FAA Reauthorization Act last year, the message was clear. The safety of the American people is non-negotiable. But here we are just a year later, and I'm deeply disturbed by what we've seen. In a matter of months, roughly 2,000 employees were pushed out of the FAA under Co-President Musk's Fork in the Road campaign, a campaign driven by confusion, coercion, and fear. Through vague emails, misleading buyout offers, and a chilling 5-bullet ultimatum, workers were left unsure whether silence meant resignation, all in the name of efficiency. That's like gutting your fire department during wildfire season and calling it innovation. Mr. McIntosh, how many air traffic controllers were driven out by Co-President Musk and DOGE?
I will speak to.
I'm just a question. How many were driven out by Co-President Musk and DOGE?
I'm going to answer the question on how many were driven out, sir. I don't know what the second part means.
Well, how many were driven out?
0.
0? So these employees all received the buyout offer, correct? The air traffic controllers.
Our air traffic controllers.
They received the buyout.
Our air traffic
offer,
controllers.
Correct? Isn't that correct?
No, sir, it isn't. Are critically what we deemed as critical.
Sir, are you here to testify today that the air traffic controllers did not receive the buyout offer from Co-President Musk?
What I'm going to say is
that true or is it false?
I would like to answer the question, sir.
Did they receive the buyout offer?
2152s, which are air traffic controllers, are exempt from.
Did they receive the buyout offer is my question.
I am not aware if they received any. You asked me if they were driven out, and the answer is
I'm asking you, did they receive the buyout offer?
I am not aware if they received the buyout offer.
Are you aware of it, Ms. Baker? Did air traffic controllers receive the buyout offer?
I am unaware if they received it.
You're unaware of it?
No.
Okay, and what about the 5-bullet ultimatum email? Did they receive that? Mr. McIntosh?
There is, we do what did we do for the week? 5 bullets, and yes, we all do that.
You did receive that memo, right?
I did receive that memo.
The air traffic controllers also did, correct?
Yes, they did.
And that created some confusion, some fear among an already overworked staff of air traffic controllers, I would assume. We're talking about people who work 10 hours a day, 6 days a week for years at a time. Isn't that right, Mr. McIntosh?
Depending on which facility that is true.
And, if they did receive the buyout offer, that would have incentivized them who are already exhausted and suffering burnout. That would have encouraged more people to accept the offer and leave air traffic control, correct?
2152s are exempt from that buyout, sir.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. How many air traffic controllers have left the system since January 20th of 2025?
I'm not aware of how many have retired.
You don't know, but
since that
so
time.
could it have been 100?
It could have been 1. It could have been 1,000.
It could have been 5,000.
No.
Maybe 2,500?
No.
2,000?
I don't believe so, sir. I track how many air traffic controllers are in the system.
Well, tell us how many have left their jobs since January 20th.
I can't tell you that exact number, sir,
You won't
but I would
tell
be
us
happy
that.
to come back to you.
I'll move on.
Thank you.
Mr. Collins, Secretary Duffy recently outlined a major plan to modernize air traffic control systems and replace outdated FAA towers and facilities. Can you discuss the steps that FAA is taking to make sure that these upgrades don't cause more disruptions?
So we currently don't have any ongoing work related to the new plan. We'd be happy to chat with your staff about any work that you might want us to do in that area.
All right. Well, it looks like there's going to be something rolled out by July of 2025, July of 2026, according to testimony earlier today. I'm perplexed that you are not already getting ready for that.
The gentleman's time has expired. I now